Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. A recent FBI report indicates that San Bernardino County has the third largest gang population in the nation. And here now to take a closer look at the issue is San Bernardino County District Attorney Mike Ramos. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You know, how big is the problem? And tell us about the trend in San Bernardino County concerning gangs.
Sure. I'm not too proud of the fact that we're number 3 in the country behind LA County and Cook County, Illinois, considering their population compared to ours. But in 2005, I knew this was a problem. I knew the majority of serious crimes were being committed by gang members. So we created a gang protocol and put some people in place that were specially trained prosecutors, investigators to handle this problem.
Why is the problem so big here?
I think part of it is, one is we are close to the Mexican border for the cartel and the drugs. That's their major economy. We also have the interstate 10, the freeway that has the transportation roads through this county. Geographically, we're just huge. I mean, we're spread out, so a lot of gang activity can be spread out, and then there's a lower economic base of housing where a lot of these gang members come to live.
So what is the county doing to combat the gangs?
I have a gang protocol. It consists of 4 phases. One is suppression. The other is witness relocation and assistance because they're tough cases, they get threatened. The other is gang injunctions to give the neighborhoods back to communities. And then prevention and intervention, the model to stop criminal behavior in the first place. So we're doing a good job, for example, with suppression. Since '05, we've prosecuted over 7,000 gang members. We put over 4,000 in state prison for an aggregate term of about 30,000 years. 138 life terms and 2 on death row. So we're knocking down the serious gang members, but we got more work to do.
What kind of work can you do in addition to the suppression?
Sure.
What kind of work on the streets instead of just locking them up?
Well, the other thing we're doing is we're putting together gang injunctions, and that is where gangs are in neighborhoods and they've taken over a certain part of the neighborhood or a certain blocks or radius of a mile, and we go in there and it's a civil proceeding under the nuisance law, and we impose injunctions on the gang members not to associate, not to wear certain clothing, they can't be out after certain hours, and it's really worked because it gives the neighbors, the law-abiding citizens, their neighborhood back.
It gives a little teeth. Gang
Sure.
members aren't known for going with the law.
That's correct.
Breaking the law is something that they do all the time.
Oh, it's a great tool for law enforcement. We put one in place in Colton, and like the neighbors said a year later, they feel comfortable now to have their families outside of their homes.
What are you doing to keep the bad guys locked up?
Right. Well, with this whole realignment, you know, it's an issue, and I spoke with the governor about this. You cannot allow gang members to be housed locally. They have to go to state prison. So we are making sure that we are filing gang allegations, if they have gun allegations, so their sentencing criteria goes up, and we make sure that they stay in prison.
Mm-hmm. So what other tools can you use then to put them away in the first place?
Well, what I've already talked about, our expertise in the gang suppression, our partnership with law enforcement, not only the sheriff, local police agencies, but now with the federal and the FBI and the Bureau of Narcotics Enforcement. So we're working together as a partnership.
And you just had a recent sweep of one of the big gangs here, the Kuka Kings. What is that going to mean to the community?
That is, you know, the community's done really good. There was just that last piece. They had taken over a park in Northtown, close to an elementary and middle school. So it just became permanent for 55 gang members who have been there terrorizing, you know, citizens for a long time. So we're going to serve them, and again, I think that's going to be a big step to cleaning up this gang issue.
District Attorney Mike Ramos,
Thank
you
you
so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. More HLN next.